If you've ever struggled trying to put Windows 11 on an old model laptop, like this Dell Inspiron 1545, for example, you're in the right place. Today, I want to explain how I got this 2008 model laptop to successfully run Windows 11 with aid of two tools, Tiny 11 and Rufus. Now, without wasting much of your time, let's get to it. So for this process to run, we need a couple of items. The first is this flash drive. Anything above 4 gigs of storage is okay because we need to put Tiny 11 inside this flash drive. We need to make the flash drive a bootable USB. The second one is obviously your laptop. For this experiment, I'm using two laptops, the pre-installation process here, and then install it on this system. Mind you, this system already has Windows 11, so that's just a little disclaimer. And you need power supply. The first step is straightforward. Just go to your browser and simply search for Tiny 11, and then a couple of sites should pull up. The first website, the first page, Internet Archive, that's the one you should click. So you click on that, and then you search simply for Tiny 11 B2 in brackets NOSYSREQ. I know it sounds complicated, but you should see the exact file there. How I'm doing this is to get the exact disk image file, right? Just like any other installation, like your normal Windows 10 or Windows 7 installation that comes in that CD, even Windows 11 installation too that comes in that CD, you need that disk image file. So that is exactly what we're doing here. We're just downloading the soft copy. After you have downloaded that, you also need another application, Rufus. Rufus is what is going to allow us to convert this flash drive here into a bootable USB, right? So we'll get that downloaded. If you have the two applications downloaded, the very first step after downloading this application is to format your flash drive. So any important information you had on the flash drive, you can send them to your laptop and get that flash drive formatted. After you have formatted your flash drive, the next step is to run Rufus. Once Rufus is open, your flash drive should pop up. Mine says Tiny 11 because yes, I've already installed Tiny 11 on this. It should recognize the ISO file. If it doesn't, you should simply just drag and drop that Tiny 11 file that I downloaded, drag and drop it into the Rufus application page. Then your partition system is MBR, very important. Your target system is a BIOS or UEFI.CSM. That's also very important. The file system, NTFS. Remember, the image option is a standard Windows installation because that's exactly what we are going to do here. So when you click start, a little menu should show up for you there. Windows user experience. Now, this is the problem most people face with the installation of Windows 11. The first checkbox is remove requirements for 4 GB RAM, secure boot, and TPM2. That security bridge, right, that old model laptops don't usually have. And then remove requirements for an online Microsoft account. You can leave that unchecked. Create an account with a local username. You can just customize that however you want. Keep that checked, of course. Set regional options to same values as the user. Disable data collection, leave those two unchecked. Disable BitLocker automatic device encryption. You can either check or uncheck that. And then just click OK and the process should start. So all the work that is concerning this laptop is now done. So we can keep this aside and head over to this laptop. Right? It's the flash that has successfully been converted into a bootable USB disk with all those system information. We head over to the big screen. It's time to install Windows 11. The first step is to make sure that this is connected to power supply. You need power supply for this installation to run smoothly. You don't want your laptop dying midway. So if you're in Nigeria, please beg NEPA to answer you that day. We plug in our flash. As you can see, I already have it plugged in. And once we click the power button, we have to click the F12 to access boot option. It might be different for your laptop, so make sure you make appropriate research before you go into this process. But for any Dell laptop, it's very simple. You click the power button and immediately you should click F12. Yes. Now, you should see this. Use the up and down arrows to navigate, of course. Now you have different options. To boot into your internal hard drive, that's the one that has your previous software. For me, it's Windows 11, but previously it was Windows 10. For you watching, it might be Windows 10 as well. Or your USB storage, or a CD or DVD drive. Now, if you have a CD drive, right, with the Windows 10 or Windows 11, can actually put it in and install it. But for us who are using a USB storage device, as you can see, the computer has recognized it, and so we click enter to accept. Then press any key to boot from USB. And very simple, our Windows 11 loading screen. I mean, it's that simple. So we just give it a wait. There was no boot menu, there was no Windows 11 startup menu at all. But you watching, you actually have that startup menu. Let's just go by this process again. F12. You can see we can either boot into our internal hard drive. If I click boot into the internal hard drive, you should see the Windows 11 load screen, right? And also, if I want to boot from the USB, right, USB storage device, click enter, click any key to load from the USB. You should also see the same Windows 11 startup page. That's because I already have Windows 11 loaded. Guys, this video was quite shorter than I expected because I thought we would go through that whole installation process again. But luckily for us, we already have the software downloaded. But again, as I said, the process might not be the same for you too. So you just have to bear that in mind. Make sure you follow the process to convert this into a bootable USB. And once you have that, insert to your laptop and you're basically good to go. Thank you guys for watching and see my next video.